Ryan looks cute as f. What a good boy, because Conor's gonna dog walk him. Huh. Alright, so bet on it. You guys, everybody that think Conor's gonna beat me, oh, he's streaming, he's doing this, he's doing that, like you said with Barrios, if you think he's gonna beat me, please bet the money. Guess what? I'm gonna collect every amount of it. That part and more.
Ryan Garcia's reaction to Conor Benn's latest training video has added even more heat to their growing fight storyline. While Benn continues to look sharp, powerful, and aggressive in the gym, Garcia's laughter has caught fans' attention and sparked fresh discussion. With anticipation building around Benn's next fight, his intense training sessions are making one thing clear. He's preparing to bring serious pressure and power when he steps into the ring. Whether he's tearing up the pads, unloading on the heavy bag, or fine-tuning his footwork, Conor Benn looks completely locked in and determined to make a statement. His aggressive style is all about moving forward, throwing powerful combinations, and forcing his opponents to fight on his terms. That's why every training clip instantly grabs attention. Fans know Benn isn't preparing for a safe or cautious fight. He's preparing for an all-out war. While Conor Benn continues to build his serious training image, Ryan Garcia has been turning heads in Japan, and fans are already reacting to the latest clips. Rather than staying quiet as fight talks heat up, Ryan is moving with his trademark confidence, flashy style, and unpredictable energy. Some fans see it as Ryan simply enjoying life, while others question whether he is fully focused on boxing. Either way, his every move is keeping him firmly in the spotlight. With a potential Conor Benn matchup generating more discussion, everything Ryan does is getting extra attention. Benn looks like a fighter preparing for war, while Garcia appears relaxed, flashy, and completely comfortable under the spotlight. That contrast is only making the potential build-up even more intriguing.
No.
Conor Benn saw Ryan Garcia's latest clips from Japan and wasted no time firing back, telling him, "Bro, you are getting effed up, Ryan Garcia." The response instantly added more fuel to the growing tension, making it clear that Benn isn't impressed by Ryan's relaxed attitude. While Garcia appears to be enjoying his time in Japan and carrying himself with his usual confidence, Benn is using the moment to send a serious warning. From Benn's perspective, once the fight is officially made, the traveling, jokes, and flashy lifestyle won't matter. He wants to prove that he's coming to hurt Ryan and make a statement inside the ring. But Ryan Garcia wasn't about to let that comment go unanswered. Garcia fired back on social media, saying, "I'm whooping Conor Benn like he stole something. Don't let the headlines fool you." Now the back and forth is adding even more excitement to the potential matchup. Garcia looks calm, confident, and flashy, while Benn appears completely locked in and ready for war. If these exchanges are any indication, the build-up could become just as explosive as the fight itself.
Morning graft. Attack the days, make the days count. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. Hey, keep that belt warm for me. I'm coming for you, boy. And what?
That tweet made it clear that Ryan Garcia isn't taking Conor Benn's threats lightly. After Benn reacted to Ryan's Japan clips and warned him about what would happen in the ring, Garcia answered with the same confidence and attitude he has shown throughout the build-up. Ryan is essentially telling fans not to judge him based on headlines or clips of him enjoying himself. In his mind, when the bell rings, he believes he has everything needed to dominate Benn. That response has made the potential matchup even more personal. Benn is talking like he wants to hurt Ryan, while Garcia is responding as if he already knows he has the skills and power to beat him. But Benn wasn't finished. He fired back once again, saying, "While you're drunk in Japan running your mouth, I'm grafting. Stop talking. Sign the contract." With both fighters trading serious shots outside the ring, the tension continues to rise, and fans are waiting to see if all this talk finally turns into a real fight.
What round is Conor Benn going to sleep?
Oh, he's gonna go to sleep in rounds 6 or 7.
Are you excited?
Of course, man. We're gonna beat this. You know that.
He called you out again today.
Oh, it's insane. He acts like I have a contract. Like, brother, I don't have a contract. You know.
How you been, Ryan? Good?
I've
You
been
look
good.
good?
Yeah,
You look like
yeah.
you've been training?
I've been training hard. Once you're a champion, you gotta stay a champion. You know what I mean?
This latest exchange has made the tension between Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn even more personal. Ryan has been posting from Japan and confidently talking about what he plans to do to Benn, but Conor quickly flipped the narrative by questioning Ryan's focus and commitment. From Benn's perspective, he's presenting himself as the fighter putting in the hard work while Ryan is enjoying himself and making noise on social media. His message is straightforward. If Ryan truly believes he can win, then stop talking online and sign the contract. With both fighters now trading direct shots, the potential matchup is starting to feel less like simple promotion and more like a genuine personal rivalry. Every new post adds more fuel to the fire, and fans are watching closely to see who will be the first to turn the talk into action.
An update on the Ryan Garcia Conor Benn negotiations.
There's no update. I have been hearing rumblings and rumors. Nobody has talked to me. We have obviously the final say because I am Ryan Garcia's promoter. But this is the one thing I can tell you. We work with every promoter out there. Even if it has to be Dana White and Zuffa. You know, as much as I hate it, let's go. Why not? Because the fighters want this fight. Ryan wants this fight. He wants to fight Conor Benn. Well, yeah, hey, let's make it happen. This is what boxing is all about. You have to work with the promoters to make these fights happen. So I'm not going to get in the way of it. If that's what Ryan wants, that's what he's going to get. It's a matter of details. It's a matter of making sure that all parties are happy. Ultimately, there has to be a conversation, and whether they like it or not, we're going to maybe be, on stage together a few feet away. Who knows what might happen? Maybe the press conference will be more exciting than the actual fight because of me and Dana White going at it. Who knows? But I'm ready. You know me.
Yeah.
Esa pregunta te la hago en español, Oscar. They don't write in your comments right there?
No?
I don't know, brother. Hey, if they do, I'm ready for it, man. Let's go.
Oscar, yo cubro mucho entretenimiento, tanto los artistas como los boxeadores.
Ryan Garcia is matching Conor Benn's energy in his own way, confidently predicting that Benn will be going to sleep somewhere around the 6th or 7th round. That bold prediction fits the confidence fans have come to expect from Ryan. While Benn continues calling him out and demanding that he sign a contract, Garcia is carrying himself like he already knows exactly how the fight will end. He believes his speed, timing, and powerful left hook could create serious problems for Benn once the pressure starts coming forward. Amid all the fight talk, Ryan was also seen receiving plenty of love in the streets of Los Angeles, showing that his star power and fan support remain strong. The crowd's reaction only seems to add more fuel to his confidence. With Benn putting in hard work at the gym and Garcia openly predicting a knockout, the tension continues to build. Every statement, training clip, and public appearance is adding another layer to a potential showdown that fans are watching closely.
You think of Conor Benn, he just fought pro grade. What do you think about Conor Benn as a fighter?
As a fighter, he's levels below. Like levels below.
Levels? Like more than one?
Levels. Like it ain't even like a close a debate to even talk about. Nah, he's levels below. But what I will say about Conor Benn, he's very focused and he is getting better. He's not just staying in the same spot.
But this potential fight isn't just about the trash talk between the two fighters. Oscar de la Hoya has now spoken out about being left out of discussions surrounding a possible Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn matchup involving Zuffa and Paramount. With Ryan still connected to Golden Boy, Oscar clearly believes he should have a seat at the table when a major fight involving Garcia is being discussed. His comments add an entirely new layer of drama, because the business side of the matchup now appears to be just as complicated as the action inside the ring. While Zuffa and Paramount reportedly look to move the fight forward, De La Hoya doesn't appear pleased about being left on the sidelines. Meanwhile, Garcia continues predicting a knockout, and Benn keeps demanding that Ryan sign the contract. Now, the biggest question may not be whether the fighters won the fight, but whether the people behind the scenes can actually get the deal done.
Hardest fight of his career to date. One thing about Conor Benn, you know, as much as my views may have changed personally, he trains very hard. He'll give it his all. You know, it's going to be a great fight, and it will be an entertaining fight, I'm sure. You know, I think Ryan Garcia, though, arguably, is another level to the opponents he's been in terms of levels. But you know, I can't write Conor off. I'm not going to sit here and write him off in that fight, because he's going to go out there. This changes his life. He's had a dream to become the WBC world champion. I'd anticipate that belt is on the line, unless there's any differences with Zuffa. But yeah, I wish him all the best.
Then Shakur Stevenson shared his own thoughts on Conor Benn, and he didn't hold back. Shakur made it clear that, in his opinion, Benn is still several levels below him when it comes to pure boxing ability, experience, and overall ring IQ. Stevenson believes there's a major difference between being an exciting fighter and being truly elite, and he sees himself operating at a much higher level. However, Shakur did give Benn some credit, acknowledging that Conor has continued to improve and develop as a fighter. While Stevenson respects Benn's progress and recognizes the improvements he has made, he still doesn't believe Benn is anywhere near his level right now. His comments add another interesting perspective to the growing conversation around Benn and where he stands among boxing's top names.
I feel like Conor Benn does in a fight like that with Ryan.
I got Conor Benn. I know it's a surprising thing. I think Ryan Garcia is a better boxer, but Conor Benn is a fighter, bro. Conor Benn is just a raw fighter. You know, the thing is, Conor Benn has to hide his punches a little more. Conor Benn has a lot of power. We fought at 150, so the gloves was bigger, but Conor Benn does have he hit me real hard. He has a lot of power, but he doesn't hide it. He doesn't hide it real good. You know, you can see everything coming. He really is like swinging. So when you can see it coming, you can kind of brace. You can put your hands up. You can move a little bit. But if he hides his punches, it might be a little, it might be a little better for him. But I think Ryan Garcia is a better boxer. But sometimes we know Ryan, bro. Sometimes Ryan looks really good, and then sometimes he looks bad. And last fight he looked good against Barrios. But next fight, he might look bad. He might underestimate Conor Benn. And sometimes when you do that, because Conor Benn, they say he didn't look good his last fight against me. So, sometimes you underestimate people, and because it's a fight by fight base. You could look at somebody, they could look like shit that fight, and they come and get on your ass next fight, because it's all, sometimes it's your night, sometimes it's not your night. He might come, he wants the belt too. That's the thing, Conor Benn is hungry, he wants that belt. And he's not just doing it for the money. Obviously, he rich.
Even Frank Smith has weighed in on the situation, pointing out that Conor Benn has been linked with Zuffa boxing, while Ryan Garcia remains one of the biggest names in American boxing. That combination makes the business side of a potential matchup especially interesting. Reports surrounding the fight suggest Benn is pushing toward a WBC welterweight title opportunity, while Garcia has also expressed interest in facing him. However, getting the fight across the finish line may not be straightforward. Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya have reportedly raised concerns about being left out of discussions involving Zuffa and Paramount. That means the biggest obstacle may not be the fighters themselves. Benn versus Garcia has plenty of hype, confidence, and trash talk behind it. But before the two men can settle things in the ring, the promoters, contracts, and business negotiations may have to be sorted out first. In the end, the real battle could happen behind the scenes before the fighters ever step into the spotlight.
What we have to get in that fight is Conor Benn looking better than he did in his last performance, a lot better, because Ryan Garcia is happy again, healthy again, and looking very dangerous. There's going to be fireworks in the build-up from both men. They both got great presence. They're both box office stars. Whatever anyone says about Conor Benn, and I'll say it again, he may end up with 50 million in the bank, never having won a title. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I think his profile now is through the roof. I really do, and I think it's going to get even bigger. I mean, for him to go to America, and he was, you know, he was at, I don't know the wrestling event he was at, but he was there, he was ringside, he was on ESPN. He's everywhere in America at the moment, and for him to be mentioned now by Ryan Garcia, I think whatever he's doing, people might not like it, but he's...
Meanwhile, Regis Prograis also shared his thoughts on the matchup, and surprisingly, he leaned toward Conor Benn. Prograis acknowledged that Ryan Garcia may have the advantage when it comes to pure boxing skills, timing, and sharpness, but he views Benn as the more natural fighter. Prograis knows Benn's power firsthand after sharing the ring with him, and he made it clear that Conor can seriously punch. However, he also pointed out one area Benn needs to improve, disguising his shots. According to Prograis, Benn's punches can sometimes be read too easily. Even with that weakness, Prograis believes the matchup could be extremely dangerous for Garcia, especially if Ryan underestimates his opponent. In his view, Benn is hungry, motivated, and chasing more than just a payday. He wants the belt, and he's coming into the fight with something to prove.
Probably Conor Benn, because Conor's become this kind of villainous figure in in the promotional stakes with these interviews that Keith Connolly's been doing in the last couple of weeks, and what Eddie's said and what Eddie Hearn and Frank Smith have said about they won't deal with Conor again, they won't deal with Connolly again. I'm probably more interested in that, to see whether Benn can withstand the Garcia power and whether he can put anything on Garcia. I still see Garcia as a big favourite in that fight.
Abel and Gareth A. Davies also viewed the matchup as a combination of drama, business, and serious risk. They highlighted how Conor Benn has become one of the most intriguing figures in boxing right now, especially because of the attention surrounding his recent performances and public persona. With the constant interviews, promoter disputes, bold statements, and growing tension around his name, Benn has started to take on an almost villain-like role in the build-up. Whether fans love him or dislike him, one thing is clear. He knows how to keep himself at the center of the conversation.
At the end of the fight, he calls out Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia talking about he's going to be fighting him in August on a stream. What's your thoughts on him, fighting for the WBC title against Ryan Garcia next?
I mean, they pushed him up to number one, so it's politics and money, pressed him to number one. I don't think this win warranted a shot at the championship, but Ryan Garcia is coming off a loss and got a shot at the championship. So boxing is a shaky game. I guess if you can quote unquote do numbers or have the right political connections, anything has happened. But I'll favor Ryan Garcia in the match, and that's all I got to say about it.
From their perspective, Ryan Garcia would still enter the matchup as the favorite, especially now that he appears healthy, dangerous, and back to his explosive best. But the biggest question remains, can Conor Benn absorb Ryan's power while applying enough pressure of his own to disrupt Garcia's rhythm? They also emphasize that if a world title is on the line, the fight should take place at the official welterweight limit of 147 pounds rather than a special 150-pound arrangement. With Garcia connected to Golden Boy and Benn linked with Zuffa, the business side of the matchup could be just as complicated as the action inside the ring. One thing, however, is undeniable. If Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn becomes official, the build-up is likely to be loud, personal, and packed with fireworks from start to finish.
A lot of people think that Conor has been wonderfully matched, marvelously matched, made enormous amounts of money, which no one begrudges people making money, but it's been wonderfully matched to achieve that. Ryan Garcia, whatever we may or may not think about his performance against Tank Davis, is at a level that could possibly expose Conor Benn to what people think is that he's not at this level. What's your view on that? Do you think he gets exposed in this fight, Conor?
Listen, Conor is my pal, so I'm not going to sit here and try to mess up his name.